You see this right here? This is the most important verse in the entire book of 1st Enoch that tells you everything you need to know about the book, what it's all about, whether or not it should be in our Bibles, and whether or not we should be studying it and considering it inspired by God. This verse right here tells you everything you need to know. So what we're looking at together is the oldest intact manuscript of the book of 1st Enoch. It's written in Ge'ez, which is an ancient Ethiopian language. And there's a little bit of a story to this one because it's at the Bodleian Library in Oxford, but it's interesting how it got there. The guy who actually brought this manuscript to Oxford is James Bruce of Kinneard, who actually was a high-level Freemason. Just keep that little detail in mind because it'll become clear why that's important in just a moment once we translate this verse right here together. So again, the verse is 1st Enoch 71:14. I have a Ge'ez translator. We can just paste that in. It took me a long time to do that, by the way, to put all the characters in. I used a Wikipedia article with the alphabet to actually do it manually. And it says, "You are the Son of Man." I'm going to show you why this is so important in just a moment, but it's saying Enoch is the Messiah born for righteousness. So as a Christian, I know you already have a bunch of red flags popping up in your brain because of how the Son of Man title is used in the actual Bible. It's super important to understand that the title Son of Man is what Jesus used to talk about his deity. But in the book of Enoch, it actually is used 17 times, just like it says here. And the whole narrative builds up around what I just showed you, where the book clearly identifies Enoch as being Jesus. Okay, so with that said, here's why people have been deceived by this book. Okay, so we have to go back in history just a little bit, and the first English translation of Enoch wasn't available until 1821 with Richard Lawrence, and then another guy named Dillman produced a translation in 1893, and his, again, it correctly says, "Thou art the Son of Man, who art born unto righteousness," making Enoch the Messiah, making him a deity, making him a messianic figure. But there was someone named R.H. Charles who decided, I want to make my own copy of the Book of Enoch. And he did something with 1st Enoch 71:14. Instead of staying true to the Ethiopic Ge'ez manuscript, R.H. Charles decided to change 1st Enoch 71:14 so that it says, "This is the Son of Man," as if Enoch is being ushered somewhere and shown the Messiah, or shown Jesus maybe, but it's not him himself, right? Like, he changed it so it's pointing to somebody else as the Messiah, but not Enoch himself, which is totally dishonest. That's not a translation. That's a joke. And the story doesn't end there. The humongous problem is that everyone started accepting R.H. Charles' translation as the most authoritative, the best translation, which is, again, that's not what the Ge'ez manuscript says.